Hey everybody, it's Coach with Blackwater Outdoors, and today I'm going to share with you my secret sauce. This is it right here. This is my build. My Easton Axis 5mm 300 spine arrow coming in at about 480 grains. I got a white tack vane wrap on the back. That guy right there, it likes to show the blood. That's the reason why I run white. I'm also running the Max Hunter AAE vanes on the back there. See those guys? They fly good, especially with fixed broadheads. I'm running a 75 grain half out, Easton half out in the front, and we're getting an FOC of about 16%. Now, whenever I talk about FOC, I feel like a lot of people, man, they don't know what it is. And to be honest, I didn't for the longest time. Not until I started getting really into, you know, doing my own stuff and tinkering around. And I've seen a huge improvement over my arrow flight and pass-through shots out on the marsh since I've started building my own arrows. And also, too, it gives me more confidence because I'm weighing every one of these. And any outliers that are in my batch, they don't go in my quiver whenever I go out in the field. So everything that I run is within a grain tolerance. And I'd like to be lower if I could. But what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to run through real quick and I'm going to build one of my arrows just for you guys. And see what you think about it. If you want to use it, give it a shot. It's worked well for me. And I'll stand behind my work. Also, too, if you guys have any builds you'd like to share with me that you've seen success with, please share it, man. I'm always interested in trying something new. You know, in the early 2000s, the Maxima Reds, they were like the go-to. And I'd just buy them off the shelf. They looked cool. They were marketed really well. And it's a really, you know, for me, I felt like it was a really light arrow in comparison to this. And I shot a handful of deer between now and then, and I wasn't getting pass-throughs, and especially with fixed mechanical broadheads. I used to run those. I don't anymore. But lighter arrow, and now that I got to this guy, man, it's getting the job done. And also, too, I got peace of mind whenever I have to knock this on the string. I made it, man. I glued it in, everything there. Nobody will take better care or put thought into your gear the way that you will. So why not build them if you can? You know, if you don't have a cutoff saw or something like that, you can always get the shop to cut them and you can do all your components. Try it. So let's do this together. Here we go. We're going to build, I've already got the arrow cut. I already got that half out insert in there. Again, that's 75 grain half out from Easton. I really like that stainless steel. I'm not a fan of the aluminum, but I do like this one. And I like the weight that it puts in the front. So here we go. Let's get to it. All right, so here we go. We got our bear shaft out here. Our Easton Axis 5mm black carbon beauty. I'm going to start with the vane. Pull her off here. Set this guy down. So I was out of the tack vanes, but I had some more white ones lying around. We'll just run with these guys. It'll do the same thing. It's a little bit longer. The main thing you want to do, you want to try to line that bottom up. That long bottom on the rectangle there with the back of the shaft. And you want to get it close to the nock, but not on it. And then layer down. There we go. Then what I do, I'll put some pressure there, and then in one sweeping motion, we're just going to roll her forward. Here we go. Hit that one time, and we're wrapped. There we go. That nice white wrap on there, man. Love those, man. If you're looking for blood on your arrow, you can't go wrong with this one. You cannot go wrong with it. So now this is what I use to fletch my arrows. This is the Vane Master Pro by Last Chance Archery, and I run a 2-degree left helical on this guy. I've ran different helicals, and left seems to work best for me, and I like that 2 degrees. I like it a lot. Some guys like a lot of helical, some don't like any. Me, I'm a 2-degree left guy. Unless I get a bow in the future that clocks differently. And whenever I say clock, I'm talking about the way that a bare shaft arrow will come off your string. So you can clock an arrow. So before you fletch it, if you got a bare shaft, cut your arrows down, you can go out and shoot it. Mark your shaft and shoot it from about 6 feet away with a bare shaft. You'll be able to tell the natural rotation of your arrow. And me, I like to complement the natural rotation of a bare shaft coming off the string. So mine clocks left, hence the 2-degree left helical. So what I just put on there was Maxwell primer pen by AAE. I really like their products, especially whenever it comes to fletchings. But with these vanes right here, that is a necessity. You gotta hit it with that primer pen. If not, you're really gonna have an issue whenever you're trying to get them to stick on the shaft. So be mindful of that. So we got our arrow in place. This is the glue that I'm using. I ran out of what I typically use, but I just got it in. I haven't opened it yet, but this is my go-to right there. But I ran down to the shop and I had this before that came in because I did fletch some arrows the other day. So here we go. I'm just going to take and I run dots down this guy. Ching, ching. Just like that, all the way down. Get to the end, and then I just brush it. I'm going to brush it down through there. And what you're doing here is spreading it out good and even. You don't want any gaps, any dry spots or anything like that. The main thing that you're trying to do is have a good even coat of glue all the way down that fletching. You don't want air pockets in there because your fletching vane, it will come off. So 2-degree left helical, here we go. Get our retention piece on there. And we'll slide her in. Just like so. Now once it hits, I like to put a little bit of pressure here just to make sure everything is hitting as it should. Hold her for a little bit. It doesn't take long for this stuff to set once it hits. And that right there should do it. Get that off, and we're going to take a paper towel and wipe that excess glue off. Give her a spin. Audible click that lets us know that we're in place for our second vane. Hit this side, get that glue off. There we go. Time for the second one. You know, whenever I first started doing this, I was so intimidated about trying to do my own fletchings or mess with my own arrows. And it's really not difficult. It's tedious. And you've just got to be patient and precise in what you do. Take your time. So we're going to hit that again. All the way down. There we go. Let that flash dry for 20 seconds per the instructions. And just there are little beads all the way down through there. I don't think I waited 20 seconds, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything. See how I'm just brushing that? I'm not applying glue right now. I'm just spreading out what I laid down there. Alright. Get back to the jig. Fletching number 2. 2-degree left helical. I love it. Quick. Let's get this glue off of here. There's quite a bit on there. I put too much on that one. Alright. Last one. Here we go. Let that dry. Now we'll do our dots right down through there. Spread it out, nice and even. Ooh. Rotation, get the excess glue off. And there you have it. Just wrapped and fletched a Coast Special. There we go. That's it. The AAE Max Hunter with a white wrap. I just scratched on the jig there. That's the reason why I like the those tack vane wraps. They're cut a little bit shorter. They get you up here. But that's alright. The zero will still do. And that is the finished product right there. Easton axis, 5mm, 300 spine. White wraps always. Love the Max Hunter vanes. There you go. Outsert by Easton. So there it is. We built the Coast Sikast Laminero together. You guys know my secrets now. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put a 100 grain field tip on the front of this. We're going to weigh it out, and then we're going to do a FOC calculation. So this way you guys will know next time you go get arrows, you might want to look into your spine. You know, make sure you're shooting the right spine, 100%. Also look at your GPI, and then you can start to do a little bit of math in your head and figure out what components you want to run and get like a rough estimate after you cut your arrow where you're going to be. That's what I did. All right, now I'm going to show you guys how to do FOC, how to do the measurements and all that good stuff. So the first thing you do is you're going to measure from the carbon, not your point, from the carbon to this piece of your nock where the string hits the nock, where it seats in there. So the bottom of the U right there. So carbon to the U. We need that overall measurement. Let's see what we got. "25 inches exactly." So the two measurements that you need is the overall length. So we're going to go 25 there. So 25. And then the second one is going to be our balance point. So we're going to find the balance point on this part of our finger, not this part. That's cheating. If you go here, you're cheating. Right here. Where does she want to balance at? Oh, getting close. Right there. Oh, come back up. Let's go this way just a little bit. Too much. Too much. Too much. We're on it. I want it to go more forward. What do you think? I think that's perfect right there. So then I rotate my other hand this way. I pinch it exactly right there real quick. Then we're going to go back and we're going to measure it. Same to the same point that we measured that shaft. And that puts us at 16.5 exactly. So for the calculation, it's a complex formula. Well, not really complex. It's a headache to do it. Easiest thing to do is go to Easton FOC calculator. Go on the internet. Put your first one in there. And your second one in there. And then, look what it gives you. Bottom number. Your FOC. 16. That's pretty daggone good, man. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. So 16% forward of center weight on this arrow. Now that we've gotten the FOC, let's scale her out real quick and see what she weighs in at. Should be very, very close to 480 grains. Let's see what we got. What we getting? Oh, sliding all over the place here. 480.8. 480.8. That's my hunting arrow weight. That's what I run. And I am very, very happy with this build. So that's it. Right there. We did the FOC. We got her weight. She's good to go. All right, guys. So there you have it. We just built my arrow. We give her a quick rundown. Do it one more time. Got the Easton axis. 5mm shaft, 300 spine, 25 inches long, carbon to the end of the nock. We're running Easton half out 75 grain stainless steel insert. We like that white tack vane wrap on the back because it will show us our blood. Got that AAE Max hunter vane with a stock nock. Coming in at a grand total of 482 grains. We were 2 grains off, so I don't know if this one's going to be in my quiver, but I did show you how to make the arrow. That's it right there, man. Some important takeaways from this video. FOC, man, remember that. You want that weight front, forward. You want that percentage in the front. Last Mohegans, throw those spears, man. You're going to get pass-throughs, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So what I'd like for you guys to do, for me, because I always like learning, especially whenever it comes to archery. Share with me what you're running. I want to know your build. What's your FOC? What grain you running? What's your arrow, man? You running Easton? You running Victory? What you doing? How about vanes? It's always interesting to me. A lot of variables there, but I'd love to hear it. So make sure you, if you have not, hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, baby. This is Coast with Blackwater Outdoors. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care.